All right, so with number 26, we're going to start getting into several factoring problems. And before we tackle 26, just remember, when you are factoring, not only in this course, but really going forward, you want to ask yourselves two questions. Number one, is there a GCF? And if so, take it out. And then number two, how many terms are there? And the reason you want to ask yourself these two questions is because, first and foremost, it's going to help you to determine what method of factoring to use. So once you take out your GCF, if there is one, then you ask yourself how many terms are there. If there are two terms, you want to look for the difference of squares, or you want to be looking for the sum or difference of cubes. If there are three terms, meaning a trinomial, you want to use the AC method or the scissors method or the trial and error method for factoring. If there are four terms, you want to use grouping. And so again, these two questions will help to serve you when it comes to factoring. So always try to keep these in mind. First and foremost, is there a GCF? If so, take it out. And then how many terms are there? So let's take a look here. Well, first and foremost, let's ask ourselves question one. Is there a GCF? Well, yeah, there sure is, right? We can take out a 5x, and when we take out a 5x, what are we left with? X squared plus 2. And now, how many terms are there? Well, there are two terms left inside the set of parentheses. So with two terms, we want to look for the difference of perfect squares or the sum or difference of cubes. Well, we're not dealing with cubes here, right, because this is a square. And we're not dealing with the difference of perfect squares because difference means subtraction. And since we can't do anything now with x squared plus 2, that's already in lowest terms, we know that this is the final answer. So 5x times the quantity x squared plus 2. All right, so hopefully you can kind of see, and we'll keep going over these as we factor, but hopefully you can see how these two questions will help you to determine not only how to factor, but what method of factoring to use. But number 26, there's your final answer, 5x times quantity x squared plus 2.